Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. You know what, guys? I was laughing last night. They finally realized Doge was a failure. Oh my God. And I told you guys they were a bunch of crétins and they did not know anything about computers. They were presenting those guys as geniuses. Yeah, right. Anyway, we don't have much time for me to crack up, so I'll keep going. The first subject in my title is MTG, of course, because she's made a big splash. Yeah, I think it was last Thursday or last Friday she decided to resign. I don't remember exactly. I think it was Friday because I talked about it on Saturday evening. I don't remember saying anything about it on Thursday. However, I mentioned it in February 2023. I don't know how many of you saw my short. You know, I can confuse time, you know. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I want to say she's been planning this for a while. And one of you this past Saturday, as I said, I was talking about it on the other channel. And she said, possibly she wanted to wait in order for, you know, to get seniority and have health care and retirement. And that's when it dawned on me, because I was trying to figure out how come, you know, I was so far off. It's been almost 2 years. Well, it's February, this February 26th would make 2 years. The thing is, she's been thinking, that's when it dawned on me, she's been thinking about it for that long and said she's going to stick it out. But she's always, like I said at the time, I don't remember exactly how, I didn't review the video. I didn't rewatch the video to take a look at what I said, okay? But I know, I remember I said she was going to leave. The thing is, she's always had higher ambition, or ambition to run for higher office. She wants more money and more power, okay? And also, in her mind, she thinks that she's been around Trump. She sees the guy is deteriorating physically and mentally, okay? The way he's been able to lie to people and over 70-something million people voted for him and a whole bunch of other stuff she witnessed. She's like, I can do this too, and that's what a lot of people say when they see people like Trump run for office, and after that, a bunch of other, you know, well, simple-minded people decide they want to run for office as well and lead us. And none of us are watching where this is going. Imagine if Marjorie Taylor Greene or somebody with her level of intelligence, her selfishness, you know. And by the way, the notion that she's leaving behind QAnon and everything else is a lie, okay? She still believes in those things. She's just like Vince, say new, you know, chameleon, you know. She's temporarily turning a new leaf. That's what it is about. But she realized, she sees some of those people who are in office. She says, I can do the same thing too. Why not? The money's good. Prestige, perks, and ability to make, and oh my God, the way Trump is making money hand over fist, she can do the same thing. His entire family are billionaires. But one thing they're not thinking about is when it comes time for payback, because intuitively I feel what's going on right now is not going to last. They are going to, you know what? Intuitively I feel the blanket immunity, or whatever immunity the Supreme Court gave Trump, is not going to stick. He's made mistakes. He is so angry and determined to control and have his way. He's made some major mistakes. And let me say one more thing. Intuitively, I feel, and I don't know exactly how many people, okay, they are so unhappy with the direction of the country, Trump's attitude, they're going to betray him. Mark my word. I've been getting this for a while. I don't feel it's going to be one person either. But they are, fit to be tied. So it's going to be very interesting to watch his own people turn on him. That's my prediction. And I want to say thank you to everybody for joining me, and Chat Managers for your help. I appreciate it. Okay, and please don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet. The next topic is Trump's health and his plan for the midterm. You know, he has big plans for the midterm. But just like I said, some people are going to betray him. And do you guys remember, I've been saying the Republican Party will break. And also I predicted last week or a couple of weeks ago, I don't remember exactly, they're going to turn on Mike Johnson. I just read this morning, and I've also said they are fed up. There is an article on Raw Story that explains how I have Raw Story up on a different browser. Angry and betrayed a lot of Republicans feel. People in the House, okay? And the title of the article, I didn't see it now, they probably lowered it. They have more, well, with Trump, you know, he throws so much out there. I'm trying to remember the name of the article. I'm going to paraphrase, okay? Mike Johnson and other Republican leadership, or some of them, are saying that Republicans in the House are using the Epstein files to turn on Trump. Okay? I could have told them that. They are waiting for one more thing to happen, the poll numbers to drop low enough, and watch the door. They may not wait, because like right now, except for a few MAGAs in the House, most of them are waiting for the right moment to pounce. And not only that, according to the article, and I feel it's true, Marjorie Taylor Greene will not be the last to resign from Congress. Okay? Because they are tired of the way Trump and his minions in the White House treat them as well. They treat them like garbage. That's what the article says. And are we surprised? I don't remember if I've said that. I've spoken about the arrogance. They think, you know, everything, they're on top of everything. They know everything. Well, my friends, it's going to come back to bite. And you know, Trump's health is not helping either. As we know, he's declining. And again, on Raw Story, I was reading it. I don't know, they didn't mention, I don't remember getting the name of the physician, but I might have missed it. But he was talking about how unusual it is to be tested for, you know, your ability, you know, for cognition. Okay, if you have Alzheimer's or something similar. Okay? The reason why I am saying this is because people in the White House, they know. And they know Trump well enough, like I said last week or the week before last, how to go about manipulating him. And I'm not taking his side, and I'm not saying anything to, intuitively I feel he should resign. Okay? But people around him know how to go about getting him doing what they want, and how to go about, where to go, like Stephen Miller went to Fox and made sure Trump saw him. The reason why I said Trump should resign, and we are living in a dangerous moment with him. Trump is not in charge. I've said that before. But you know something? The danger is, and I would not be surprised that's why Democrats went and did what they did last week, reminding our military that, remember, your oath was to the Constitution. Not that they forgot, but that was to let them know Congress, at least Democrats, have their backs. The thing is, you guys know better than I do, okay, when it comes to healthcare and things like that, and how he's mentally he's declining. And I feel like saying the doctor I read that stuff from this morning is correct. And I've been thinking about it myself, intuitively. It's this guy starting to demand certain things, and it's coming. Make no mistakes about it. Make no mistake about it. Okay? He's going to start making demands that are crazy. I can't tell you, I don't have much experience with people with, Alzheimer's or any of those types of diseases. So I don't know. My mom started getting forgetful, dementia, at 96. But, she had been in the hospital with pneumonia before that. And for some reason, 96. But it's not a good sign, but it wasn't long enough for me to have enough experience with the situation. The thing is, it feels like to me when I focus on him, on Trump that is, there is a certain level of delusion, okay? And if he can't have what he wants, he can start giving crazy orders. That's what I feel is to come. Thank God Democrats reminded our soldiers, not that they needed to be reminded, but you'll be surprised how well received the message from the Democrats were from the military. Because as some of you, the feedback from some of you, they don't want to do Trump bidding for him, and they don't want to be used by him to do his biddings. And that's what a lot of National Guard soldiers are feeling. Okay? But my prediction is expect Trump to start dishing out crazy orders, crazy demands, because that delusion is going to get worse. And he's above everybody. He knows better. And somebody said something, Rick Wilson, as I'm saying this, Rick Wilson, he used to be a Republican, not activist consultant or something like that. He's an expert in all things Republican, if I may put it that way. He said Trump is more dangerous now, or as he gets weaker. And I said that as well. But the reason why I'm mentioning him is because he said next year, when Trump realizes, if he's still in power, I'm hoping I didn't mess up time this time. You know what I mean? He said Trump is prepared to create major chaos and all kinds of crazy things because he knows once Democrats take over, it's over for him. And I agree with him. It makes sense. I don't dwell on that too much because between now and next summer, which is when I feel he would start panicking intuitively, okay, when he realizes, thank you, Dana, Mrs. Dana Aaron, for renewing your subscription. Diana is asking me, what do you feel? Do you see the orange man is going to be for the midterm? I feel he will. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I don't dwell very much on the chaos that may come. Okay, because he's positioned other people, and he has people in key positions to create chaos. Okay, but also by that time, you know, there's something that's happening now too. Like I mentioned earlier, his grip on the Republican Party is loosening. And I said people are going to betray him. And Republicans in the House are blaming Mike Johnson for everything. I am telling you, it's a matter of time. And right now, this is something that can happen any day. The Republicans revolting. I've been saying this for a while. They're going to break. Okay? That's the way I get it intuitively. All right? But as that break, approaches, that it gets closer to when they just, like, for whatever reason, they said, okay, forget this. We're going to have to do something about this guy because he lost his mind, and they will take Mike Johnson as well. I'm telling you guys, all those things is what can prevent that level of chaos that with people like Rick Wilson are talking about. But yes, they are right. But there's too much in between. And like I said, by that time, to me, Trump is declining so fast mentally, okay? I don't feel he's going to have much support to remain in this position. And watch the decline accelerate between now and February. I don't know if you guys notice. It's becoming more obvious. Calling a woman Miss or shut up piggy. The demand, well, duh. I didn't think about this. Demanding, well, he's still demanding that Democrats be executed. He's going to continue making those crazy demands, and he's going to start demanding that Bundy and Patel to find ways to do it. Yeah. So he's going to put a lot of people around him in a very difficult situation. And as we know, the way he treats the Democratic cities or states, according to reports, Chicago has had a tough time with bad weather. He basically refuses to help them financially. But all those things are going to come back to bite him. He's not making any friends. Like I said, even people within his circle will betray him. And let me tell you, I know the next topic is Republicans panic. It's not only Republicans that are panicking. People within his circle are panicking as well. In fact, whenever he calls them, they worry because they know he's going to ask for some crazy things. Some of them are wondering whether they should stay or they should leave. But like I always said, the same thing like in Haiti. You surround yourself with people, and it's obvious not to everyone. Maybe 2 people around him are not too bad, Rubio and Besant. Okay. Most of them are, if it wasn't for Trump, they would never be in those positions. So, although they want to leave, but the perks, everything else they enjoy, it's too good to give up. That's why a lot of them are hanging on to the only person who's motivated by his own balonies, you guys know what I mean, is Kennedy, who wants to dismantle everything. And I don't know how long he thinks this is going to, this is going to last, and if he's going to get away with it. I think this guy is nuts. He's the only one who's a true believer in what he's doing, and he's motivated by drinking his own Kool-Aid. But the rest, Kennedy wants to stay. He loves, Secret Service around him, all kinds of stuff. Okay, he's enjoying that too. Though all those people are enjoying the same thing. But Kennedy, he really wants to be in that position so he can, enact his sick policies. But the others, every day. Pam Bondi is a good example, perfect example. If you, I don't know if that was the last, I don't know if it was the last time she spoke to journalists at the DOJ. Was that a news conference? Was that last week? I'm trying to remember when that was. You can see it on her face. She's not comfortable. She couldn't even speak well. She kept saying, I don't remember the word she kept repeating. Oh yeah, we got more information. You remember guys in the old days, those record players, and they used to get whatever, little speck of dirt or something, and they caught repeating the same thing. That was Bundy the other day. But you can tell, her too. She's example number 1 of someone who wants to jump ship. She's unsure. She's full of contradictions. It's going to be important, interesting to see. And let me tell you guys, she will turn on Trump if she has to. Because there are things that are happening behind the scenes, just like you see, I don't know how many of you read the article I mentioned earlier, the way they treat people in the House. They treat, Stephen Miller, he knows better, he's above everyone. The way he walks all over these people, it's been in the newspapers, okay? They resent that too. And Trump does not care as long as Miller is doing his bidding for him. And there is a level of resentment within these people. It's unbelievable. Okay? So, my friends, hang on tight. The ship is sinking. Unfortunately for him, he's going to have people turn on him. The House is going to be chaos. Mike Johnson is going to be gone. And there is a very good chance Republicans, like I said before, with Democrats, they put together with Democrats and remove Trump. It's not outside of the realm of possibility. That's how angry these people are. And also, they are blaming Mike Johnson and Trump because who wants to be in the minority? They are blaming those two guys for the loss of the House that's to come. So they are really angry. And the people in the White House who treat them like garbage. The article is on Raw Story. Yeah. Like I said, we are watching the slow implosion of this administration. Now, the fun part, well, it's not fun, but I like that. I don't know how many of you, I'm sure you guys know who Jason Crow is. I don't know which state he represents, but he's a former military paratrooper. I believe he was in the Army and some other service. I don't remember exactly. He's been to war a number of times. That's how you stand up to people who call and threaten you. I like what he said. He said he's a paratrooper. He's used to be surrounded by the enemy, and he's forced to fight his way out. Something like that, I'm paraphrasing. When people call you and threaten you, you can't be afraid, and you got to let them know they miss you, you won't miss. And I feel that's the message he's sending out, and I think he's right. You have to stand up. Otherwise, these people are just going to pile on and even start harassing you. But if you ask it, because most people who are calling, sitting in somebody's basement somewhere, they can't even afford an apartment. Okay? And I'm not talking about an expensive anything, something reasonable. They don't have a job. They refuse to work. I guarantee you, most of them, that's what I feel intuitively. Okay? But they're calling people to threaten them, create chaos. That's why you have to let these people know. You miss? Sorry. I won't. That's the right message, I feel. Let me know what you guys think. I'm a little bit like my dad, Okay, having said that, let me see, I think I went over everything. I did talk about the military. No? Yes, I did talk about the military because they feel that Congress has their backs. And if they were to, against the wishes, if Trump were to ask them to do something illegal, the country would not turn on them. They didn't believe that, but it's good to hear what people from Congress, how people from Congress feel. That's my prediction. Okay, somebody posted something about 30% tax increase. What are you talking about? I don't remember who said that. Oh my God. And this thing, oh yeah. Carmen Donali, what do you think is going to happen with that 30% tax? On what? I haven't heard of that one. Can somebody please clue me in? Carmen, can you please clue me in? I have no idea. 30% tax. Yes. They are competing with YouTube. YouTube is 40-something. Oh my God. Well, they charge us 40-something percent of every dollar we make. So, okay. Let's see. Oh, somebody asked me an interesting question. Let me see. Oh yeah, the doge thing. And also somebody said, let me see. Yes, I was wondering if there are any underlying political strategies or alliances that might be developing that will influence future decisions, possibly involving Mayor Mondami and Trump. No, the guy is mayor of New York City, and like he said, I believe him. This guy, I don't feel he's trying to pull the wool over anyone's eyes. And in fact, he keeps repeating what he believes in, that Trump is a fascist. No, I don't see anything, nefarious, him changing, against the well-being of New York City. I feel he wants to do right by people in New York City. And I'm not getting anything else. So let's see what happens. But yes, he wants the city to do well, expect him to behave like an executive. But I don't feel he's going to be like Vance and Marjorie Taylor Greene and these people, chameleons. I don't think so. Or just like the guy who's mayor now, I don't remember his name. Oh, God. Anyway, let's see what happens. But please let me know what... Shell 522, okay. No, I thought that was the... Raymond Di Pasquale is asking, will MTG run for Senate? I am not sure if it's Senate or governor, but she is planning. If there is time for her to, I wouldn't be surprised if she ran for Senate, okay? But it feels like to me she's leaning more towards the governor. Excuse me. I'm looking for questions. Music, Diana Aaron said, yes, same thing happened with my aunt. She became very mean while she experienced dementia. Well, I feel the same thing is happening with Trump. That's why he's going to ask for some crazy stuff. Marilyn said, Trump not at G20. Really? G20 didn't, they didn't have, G20 was passed. They're going to have another one in 2026. I think he'll go. That's money, so he'll go. You mean that, how do you call that stuff again? Earth preservation, our ecosystem and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, he didn't go. I think that was done, but we have enough governors that went, that made up for it. Okay, so let's see. Francesca Gianella says Supreme Court Voting Rights Act. Will they give Republicans 20 seats? They're going to try to do something to help Republicans. They may not give them everything, but the only way they won't do it is if people start giving them a hard time. But if we remain quiet like we are right now, watching our country basically being decimated, taken apart, they think, they feel that they have the upper hand, and no matter what they do, we will carry on. But I'll tell you, it's not basically for Trump. They want Republicans in charge, and Christian nationalists, whatever it is they want. They're going to try to find ways, even if they don't give 100%. They give 60, 70% to them, it's good enough. Climate Summit, thank you very much. Edge Gold Button, the Climate Summit. Yeah, he didn't go, but we have enough people that attended, it's all right. Governors, a lot of governors went. Oh, Martin H says, MTG is only liked in her district. I didn't know that. Georgia, on the whole, doesn't like her. Oh, both senators from Georgia are Democrats too. Yeah, the pastor and Ossoff. I feel they're gonna. I feel they can win. I feel they're gonna win. I agree with you, Marilyn H. The person I think she she may run against is Ossoff. Okay, I don't think she can beat him. And isn't it kind of late now, too? Although she has, and the other thing that's on her mind, she has name recognition, which is a big deal. But her name recognition is attached to a huge negative sign. Don't go there. QAnon, beep, beep, beep. You know? Okay. Marjorie Dana says, Mira, do you see seniors getting added dollars, money on Social Security checks? I think so. Within these two, I wouldn't wait on that 2K relief thing. No, I don't think they're gonna. It's all Trump hot talk, but we're gonna get a COLA. From what I understand, it's supposed to be a good one this year. Well, let's hope, because, oh God. The cost of living increases, inflation is wild. You know what, guys? From last year to this year, I love cashews, so I usually buy a jar. That thing went up at least 16 to 17%. It used to be $18 last year, 18 or 19. It's 22 this year. I did the computation on my head, so if I'm wrong, the way I'm getting it is, I did it right before I came on. I'm like, oh my God. I was looking at the receipt. I usually don't, but I did it so I could tell you guys about it. Sassy Fries 19 says, Cola is 2.7% this year. Well, that's something. I thought it was going to be more. Thank you. Oh, my God. Oh, well, not bad. I'll take it. Michael Hatt says, Milo, do you see Swalwell as California's next governor? I doubt it. I wish he would win. He would make a good governor. You know, but for some reason, I don't know who's winning. I'm sorry. The only person I know is running, I forget her name. She's in Congress right now. And a couple of other Democrats. Okay? So, but I'm not seeing him ascending or rising yet, okay, to the seat. If that changes, I'll let you guys know. But right now, I'm not seeing it. I don't know. Has he been registered yet? Crispy as yeah, Asaf is safe from MTG for sure. I don't think she can beat him. And I don't see how she's going to be able to leave behind that QAnon stuff, the way she harassed others. You don't change that. Like I said, she's been thinking about this for 2 years, almost 2 years. The time I released that short saying that she's going to quit or thinking of quitting because she said she wasn't making enough money or something like that. She's been thinking about it since that time. Okay, her resigning this, on January 5th is not arbitrary. Like, okay, I'm pissed off. Trump threatened me, and I'm blah blah blah. I'm going to do this. No. And I'm glad I did that short. And I posted it. She's been thinking about it forever. So, exactly, Marilyn Landis. MTG has baggage. Sorry. Oh, boy. Okay, let me see if there are some more questions of. Oh my God. Bagel Mom says Alzheimer's disease made my father start tripping the healthcare workers with his cane in the hospital. Oh boy. Wow. Orange will only get worse. Yes, I think you're right. He's going to make some demands that are crazy. And the other thing I feel that's really going to drive people nuts in the White House is meltdowns. They're going to get worse. if you think right now they're bad, we hear every once in a while, I mean, how he gets apoplectic. Oh my God. Yep. Marjorie says she can tell patients who have that disease. For me, they have a faraway look at all time, at least for those that I have observed. I can't, I believe you, Marjorie, because I don't know. I'm doing everything I can because they said it doesn't necessarily is inherited, you know. So there are a couple of things that we can do to protect our minds. And they said rosemary tea. Believe me, the minute I read that, I started drinking rosemary tea. And also, I was reading either this morning or last night. They came with, they discovered some kind, I don't remember exactly what it is. Okay, because that's why I sent it to so I could read it from my computer. I saw it on my, the news feed on my phone, that I believe they call it something they call myeloid or something like that. It can clean or at least decrease the level of myeloid in your brain, okay? And they've experimented on rats with it, and it's worked. So we are next for a trial. I think it's gonna work intuitively. So there's hope. All right, friends. Thank you very much, everyone, for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilo.com, or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. If you like the channel and are not a subscriber yet, please consider subscribing. That would help me a lot. And also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. Everyone, please. That will, because in fact, I'm thinking I'm going to have to do something about, because my views are going down. I'm going to advertise with Google, and I'm going to have to raise the price, my reading. A number of people have told me I was cheap, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to raise my prices. So those of you who have gotten reading from me, you're going to have to remind me of who you are, so you won't have to pay the full price of when I raise the prices, okay? Because I have to advertise. I have to do something. Google has, I don't know how this is going to work, but there's a pay-per-click or something like that. I'm going to try it. I'm terrified of it because it can be expensive, but I have to find a way to cover it. So I'm going to have to pay. I'm going to have to raise my prices. And also, those of you who have gotten reading from me, remind me of who you are. Or if you use the same phone number, I can, the service that I have tracks them, so I can find it from there. I'll give you the same price, okay? So thank you, everyone, again. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I will see you all later, those of you who come to my other channel. Till then, bye.